Hi and welcome to Silver Soul Tarot. Today we are going to do a general reading using the Angels and Aura Oracle deck along with the Essentials Tarot deck. It's not one that comes out very often, so I figured let's use it. First of all, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Jo. If you are a returning viewer, great to see you again. And if you are a subscriber, much love to you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's take two of these and see what the messages are, shall we? So the first card out is self-employment, commitment, resourceful, confident, rewarding. Okay. And the second card out is, let's take a couple of shuffles. Have confidence, strength, balance, prepared and tranquil. Okay, so I mean, it seems to be a theme of today. Like I say, I quite often do more than one reading in a day. About something about the way that you're living your life. It's something about your 3D. Something about your 3D needs to change, or it is changing. It's not necessarily romantic, but definitely a new beginning around maybe the way you're thinking about working. I mean, being self-employed has its own benefits. I can assure you I have been self-employed. And I understand the benefits that you get from that. But yeah, there's definitely something about, your strength and your confidence and being prepared, and, it's going to be rewarded because you've got confidence twice. Obviously, have confidence and the word confidence down here. So, resourcefulness and being prepared. Something's about to come into balance and be rewarded. Now, the three birds on this, there's actually quite a few birds. There could be a communication. Okay, you could be seeing feathers. That could be a confirmation for someone. You've got the Four of Cups, and I wonder if whatever is coming in or whatever is changing for you in your 3D reality is about to come in unexpectedly. So the Four of Cups in the original tarot, the dude sitting there with his arms crossed, he's concentrating on the three cups in front of him, and then the Hand of God comes in with the offer of the fourth. It could be that you're overanalyzing things and you're kind of not really, you're not looking at the bigger picture. You're kind of concentrating on the three cups and you don't see the offer coming in. Or the offer that, when it does come in, is going to be unexpected in some sort of way. It's going to come in an unexpected way, from an unexpected person, or the actual offer itself is going to be like, wait, what? Wait, what? Me? Little old me? The Page of Wands, so there could be some actual movement here. The Page of Wands all pages are messengers about something passionate, something purposeful. So I think there's something about what you're doing. It's something about something in your 3D. It could be financial, how you earn your money. Maybe you're learning something new. Maybe you'll be doing some There's courses, or changing location. Could be moving somewhere. There's something about your everyday living, your 3D reality that is going to change. It's going to get a swish up, but you're going to be okay, because even with the Eight of Swords, so the Eight of Swords is kind of being mentally bound, like you're kind of stuck in a perpetually cyclical thinking pattern, or you can't see something, because in the original tarot she's blindfolded. So I wonder if there is a real sense here of you not being shown something, or not understanding something, or not, something's going to come in and it's going to make sense when it comes in, but until then you're in the dark. We've got the Hermit. Talk about being in the dark. The Hermit uses the lantern to guide himself out of this quite often self-imposed, I don't want to say purgatory, but purgatory is coming to mind. Darkness. Yeah, you will be guided through whatever this is. It's coming in unexpected, or in some sort of way that you're not seeing, you're not understanding, you're not expecting. But you will be guided through. The star is healing, and the star is what's in the lantern, and it will show you the next steps. You don't have to know the entire journey. And with the Hermit card, the lantern doesn't light up the entire room. It's not the sun. It's not that illuminating. But it does show you the next step, and then the next step. Okay. The Five of Swords, put down any overthinking, any worries, let it go. Let people walk away from you. Feel happy and proud and glad to walk away from certain situations, certain people, conflicts, things like that. That's where your confidence is going to lie, is trusting that, because all fives are about the cycle changing, about the clockwork changing. And, you can only go up from fives. They're definitely having that confidence. Yeah, you've got to let cycles close out. You've got to let the old die away. You've got to let people walk away from you. You need to walk away from situations. You need to walk away from old careers or old ways of thinking, or, things that just don't work for you anymore. You have to let the cycle complete. You have to allow the wheel to turn. You have to allow, you have to go through a winter in order to have a summer. Well, the spring. You have to go through a spring in order to have the summer. You have to go through summer in order to have the autumn. You have to just let everything work out the way it's supposed to. There is definitely a sense of trust the process today. Definitely. The Ten of Swords, letting old things die. Things will be dead, done and over with. And you have to acknowledge them and accept it and move on. And that's where you're being called for this strength and to be prepared. Prepare yourself for what is going to inevitably die and fall away. So you've got another page. So there could be communication. You've got 2 pages and all these birds and things coming in. It could be intuitively. It could be, spiritual in some sense, or it could be an actual message in another way. But you could be learning something, could be given something here by the universe's pentacle, could be coming in this offer of something, whether it's a cup or a pentacle, it doesn't actually really matter, but you will be guided towards this offering, this newness. And you just have to trust the process, and you just have to go through the darkness with the Hermit. The Hermit is also, the Hermit is all about learning as well. He's reached the top of the mountain. He may have been in darkness getting up there. It's not darkness, but he may have been on his own, kind of going through that dark night of the soul to get there. But he's made it to the top of the mountain. Now he's got to come down where he can offer his advice and his guidance. The learner becomes the teacher. The student becomes the master. Queen of Cups. Okay, so the Queen of Cups, following your heart, being true to yourself. This could be I'd be careful not to overgive, emotionally invest in things. If this is not a lovey thing, a romantic thing, it is a career thing or a path that you're on, you don't have to overinvest. What's interesting is you do have all these different images on this card, following your heart, be heart-centered and heart-balanced, following the signs and intuitions that coming through, finances, learning, all that's there as well, communication, trust the process, healing with the star, healing. The sun is on the bottom. So there's definitely this sense of being sort of guided forward. I wonder, because with the sign there, with the image there with the word diploma on it, have you just finished some sort of learning? Have you just completed a time of, a course, a degree or something where you've kind of had to tuck yourself away, and you've been writing essays and doing, coursework, and have you been putting a lot of time and effort into something? You've been doing a lot of learning. You've maybe, been messaging people, doing projects. Interesting. Pop a comment down below. Maybe you're finishing, some sort of course. It doesn't have to be obviously a degree or a master's degree, but you've finished some sort of learning, and maybe now you're about to go out on your own. I mean, have you finished an apprenticeship? Do you know what I mean? And then you're thinking, I'm going to go and do my own, build my own business. Oh, interesting. Please pop a comment down below. Good luck, growth and expansion here with the Wheel of Fortune. Whatever it is you're moving on to is going to be extremely fortunate. It's very karmic. You're going to have everything you deserve. That's interesting. That's very interesting. That's what it feels like. Someone's done some time alone and away. I'm not saying you've never gone out or but you've just spent, you've probably worked harder than you've played, but that doesn't mean you haven't enjoyed yourself the last few months, weeks, years, whatever it might be. But you've put a lot of time into your future and to learning whatever it is you've been, or creating and learning. Maybe you've lost some people along the way. People do just vibrationally naturally fall away. Some people are just for seasons. You've got 10-10 on the table as well. We'll take a couple more. You've got the Six of Swords. Yeah, sailing on to calmer waters. It's like you've put in all this work and now you're about to reap the rewards. Now the true learning begins. Do you know what I mean? Like, now you've learned all the theory, and now you get to put it into practice. And you've got the Nine of Swords. There is this chance, maybe you've had to put a lot of thought and time and effort into it. Maybe you've even been, like, doing exams and there's been some stress and some sleepless nights. Careful not to overthink. I think it's very easy to get bound up in your head. I'm going to take another one, so let's move these over. It's very easy to get bound up in your head and think. I mean, the other night I couldn't sleep. It was gone 3 o'clock and I was still awake, and I couldn't tell you why, but my brain just would not settle. Do you know what I mean? And you got the King of Cups. Okay, so you go from the Queen of following your heart, and doing what's right for you and the next step for you and your family. It's always with, people who are around you. To the King, where you're just kind of very much like, yes, this is the exact path I need to be on. This is where you need to have that strength and that confidence and be resilient and put in some commitment. Interesting, because then also on the bottom we've got the Six of Wands, which is, being noticed and what's the word I'm looking for? Why can't I just thought of the word and now I can't think of it. God, hold on. Achievement. That's the word I was thinking. As soon as I pressed pause, it came to mind. Yeah, you'll be noticed for your hard work. You'll have that achievement. You'll be paraded through the streets. Maybe you'll get an actual diploma. Maybe you'll get your photo taken with your diploma. That sort of graduating typical photo that you get. You're definitely gonna be in the spotlight. You're gonna be rewarded for your hard work. It feels like the student becomes the master, and you get that recognition. I'm gonna leave it there and say good luck. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.